Okay, welcome to week 5. Yeah, week 5 of the Winter Crit series, the
I'm
penultimate
trying to
week.
get that virtual shifting going on the kicker, but I guess they have not gotten the updates yet for the
Oh, the firmware?
firmware. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the
So,
other thing I'm always having trouble with is to get all the sensors to be on Bluetooth. It never seems to pull up all the Bluetooth. I always end up having to do Ant Plus on one or two of the sensors.
so, yeah, that's, well, I wouldn't try to sort it out tonight.
Yeah, no. I was just gonna, well, I tried, but yeah, it's not working. Okay, let's see if they're gonna like bust out of the gates flying.
So, yeah, this is a very fast course. Very, very fast. Very flat. There's like a little 1-2% riser each lap. Very gradual, but it is just grease lightning. I don't have the noise suppression filter on this week, so I know you're catching some of the hum of the bike and the fan, but it was just sound real tinny and artificial last time. So hopefully that's not too much of a distraction. The strategy this week is no strategy, just compete. This is exactly the sort of course where I usually don't have the tricks to do anything. There's no, even last week, which was mostly flat, there was that little bitty riser every lap, and I used that to kind of initiate a break that surprisingly worked. But this week there's nothing like that. It's going to be people trying to create a break versus people who want to keep it together, trying to keep it from happening. And I'm sure Ben and David and those guys, the Try guys, I don't know if Brandon's in here. He's probably part of that group. I'm not sure if James is or not. But they're going to concoct something. And then Martin is always looking to animate the race. So we'll see what happens. All right, Ted, have a good race.
There goes, you too.
So normally Zwift races are rockets out of the gate. Our series, not quite as much. Isaiah went off at like 6 last week, and for the entire first lap was away. I was worried that was going to be problematic. Martin says he's on the slowest bike. I hope he's joking. I'd love to. I don't think we can beat him, but I want the challenge. Looks like everybody's together. All 12 racers out of the gate. That's awesome. Ugh. Legs feel good, lungs, we'll see. Got Pete up on the front. Pete had his best race back in Scotland. Stayed with the front group, I think, all the way until Martin finally burned it down. I'm holding on to this arrow for as long as I can. No, Martin's on the Buffalo bike with, with a disc wheel. High fashion right there. You can see him well. Handlebars are blocking it now from Ben, but the white shirt back there, he's on the nope, Buffalo bike, the little luggage rack on the back with a disc wheel. So we turn left here. This is the section. Wait, no, I'm confused. We're not to the riser just yet. That's after the next left turn, I believe. We just started the first, what do you call it? The lead in. We're not to the first lap yet. We just follow. We don't fret. We just sit on David and let him bring us back to Martin. There's going to be a lot of that. So David went. Now it's Ben's turn to go. And I'm not taking the lead on chasing any of that. Until I have to. See, we're on the little gradual riser here. Very slight. 1.5%. Yeah, so you'll see it on the other side coming up ahead. And then there's where the sprint coming this way starts, that little green marker, but you can just see it kind of right there under the trees. That green arch, that's where each lap begins and ends, and is where the race also will end. We're just lightly cruising right now, which again, the slower pace lends itself to attacks, because when you're riding this easy, people feel that the pace is slow and feel like they have something to do to shake it up. If the pace is really fast, people are disincentivized to go off the front because you have to expend even more effort to get away from a fast group, and the fact that it's really fast also sort of mentally tells you, hey, this is less likely to get away and stay away. That group is really fast. Unless I'm really strong, they're bringing me back. All right, David. How are your legs feeling after that attack? Not trying to actually get away. Just wanted David to have to use a second match. It's too early to go solo at my fitness. That's a example of what I was talking about when the race gets slow and someone snaps an attack. You have to respond with the same snap. I'm not chasing Ben back. Yeah, he doesn't want to go either. If they get out 6 to 10 seconds, then my need to chase grows. But there it was non-existent. Again, we got the almost full 4 laps from this point to chase on. And we still have a solid sized group here. I don't know how many of them are racing together, unfortunately. He's going by himself, he's going by himself. I think that was maybe defensive. In case someone else went, he was already going. Like so. Again, when they go off the front and you chase on, just pull through, because as they slow up and are trying to quickly recover, they then have to ramp back up. And it becomes painful. Like I said, fast course. Even at around 3, we're doing 38 kilos. That's 24-ish miles an hour. All right. Coming up on 25% done. Not including the lead-in, I guess. So total distance more than 25%, but lap 1 of 4 coming up after the hairpin. Going so slow, I gotta shift up. The cadence was getting muddy. So he doesn't want the draft. $16.8. Okay. He's already back to 3. That's why we kind of sat in. When he PR'd the lap, though, you can't see the power because of the pop-up. Why am I digging here? Because David is, along with Ben, close to Ted in the standings. So we shed 1. Now, we ideally play defense. David is working his way back up. But that takes a lot, which leaves less. Martin's sitting up wisely, Doesn't want to tow us all the way. Smart move. I don't want Brandon and David and James to come back for free. David's getting close. He's back on. Okay. David's back on.
Okay.
Kudos to him. I don't want him here. I don't want him here because of that 15-16 watt sprint he gets with the handicap. That's going to be a problem at the end. So,
all right.
If he's still here lap 4, I'm going to try to get rid of him, but I'll let you know.
I'm kind of just sticking with Martin.
Yeah, that's a smart play. Let me do the work and you just kind of mark people as needed. Ted's up. I don't need to bring Ben up. Remember, just match his watts. You don't need to go over. You guys are plenty clear. Yeah, sorry Ben, I'm just not motivated to help. So, because I have Ted up the road, and if I'm not going to win, I want Ted to win, He's in first overall. Ben is the closest to him. And so if I tried to catch up, or if I help these guys catch up, it helps Ben and hurts Ted. So it's in my interest to make them work to end this. And I just save energy while I follow. That way, if they do get up there, they've brought me up fresher. And they'll start taking turns attacking me at some point if they realize that Ted and Martin are out of reach. Because they're working together also. And it's not in their interest to tow me all the way to the line fresh. It diminishes their chances. So it's in their best interest to sort of double team me. And you'll see that soon enough. They're both smart. One will go, and then the other will go after I bring that one back. Until I can't bring one of them back anymore. I think they're kind of waiting to see if Martin sheds Ted. Because if so, they have a chance to bring Ted back. If Martin doesn't shed him, at some point, they'll realize they have to shed me. That point is now. We don't sit up. We pedal right through. Because David's going to go. And that's what's going to happen to me till the end of the race.
Had a cramp.
Oh, Ted's off. It's just me coming up on you. Hop on.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you as far as I can. We got 10 seconds.
I'll try.
Just stay on my wheel. You don't have to match my power. I'm gonna keep it very steady. Yeah, you too, David. Those are some brutal attacks you and Ben put on me. We're not going to catch Martin, unfortunately. Oh, great job again, Martin. Man, he's strong. He has the long power and the burst. Use the burst to shake everyone but Ted, and use the long power to outlast Ted. Just well executed all around. And Ben and David, sorry, I haven't tarp. Go ahead and ride it in, Ted. I'm gonna easy pedal.
Sure. Thank you again.
So, as I was saying before I stopped breathing, Ben and David did exactly what they were supposed to do. I just happened to get lucky enough to time the counterattack just right. And I don't ever take a lot of credit for what I do, because as you can see, there's guys and girls all over this field that can do a lot of things better than me. But the difference in that situation is I didn't know it was coming, but I suspected very strongly that that's what they were going to do, because that was the correct race maneuver for them to do. And honestly, if they had probably pulled one more rotation, they would have got me, I think. Because yeah, I was able to hold on at a decent power for the catch up to Ted and to hold them off, but that's not the same as having to spin up really hard, really fast, which is what you have to do to match each of those attacks. And every time you do it, you're exponentially more empty. So if you have 10 and the first one takes you down to a 9, the second one doesn't take you down to an 8, it takes you down to a 7.7, and the next one takes you down to a 5.7, and you come back up a little bit between each, but each one digs a little bit more out of you than the one before it. And so if they blow by me here, I'm gonna be upset. But we got several close members, Isaiah and Tegan right next to each other, Sweeten and one of the Morgans. Again, congrats to Martin. Just a perfect attack. I mean, really hard. I let Ted go because I didn't want to chase him, but also, to be completely honest, I'm not sure I would have caught that, even if I would have given the full effort. And that would have probably been a mistake of pride, even if I had done it, because even if I showed I could do it, Martin was just going to do it again. And then the problem is that Ben and David are there too with Ted, and I've really muddied our chances of doing Ted's chance, my chance. That would have been beneficial to nobody that I would. Oh, good job, Brandon. Not that far behind. Way to go. Solid 280 watts. That's again, the power, the raw numbers you see there, the power under watts, are not always a story of the race, because the heavier you are, the more you're going to naturally put out. So Ted puts out 225, but Ted's a smaller rider. I'm on the smaller side. And so what the real number that tells you kind of how hard people were working is the watts a kilogram. That's your total power output divided by your weight in kilograms. And so like Martin put out a huge amount. Why is his number lower than Ted's and mine and David's, yet he won? Well, he put out big bursts, shed us, got far enough ahead, and then was able to ease up. And so didn't have to continue going as hard the entire time. So just was able to separate himself and then ride consistently, whereas the rest of us were still sort of racing one another. Now, if he was off the front and we were all coordinated and working really hard to bring him back, he probably would have had to work a little bit harder than 3.4. But that's a reflection of a very efficient race on his part. So we got James coming in. Solid effort by James. We're just kind of soft pedaling here while we wait for another finisher or two. Great job. We had two very close, two groups of two riding together towards the end there. I wonder if we can go back and find them somewhere. Oh, I saw Pete. So Pete's kind of on his own coming to the finish line. Great job, Pete. Once the race ends, I lose the race only view. And Tegan and Isaiah, we're going to watch this one because they're coming neck and neck. This looks like this is going to come down to a sprint. We'll see if we can't get maybe a farther out view. No, I don't want to do that. So they're coming up the hairpin and then the finish right after. Nope, Tegan's going early. You'll see Isaiah trying to get right back on the wheel. He's matching the power. Is he going to be able to come around? There's the finish ahead. It's a close one. Tegan's really putting down the power here. 5.5. Isaiah's right on the wheel though. Is he going to try and jump it? Here he goes. Here's the sprint. Oh, here comes Tegan. Oh, not quite enough to match at the very end. Great job, both of them. That's a really good competitive effort at the end. So I don't know why it still looks like Sweeten is on a TT bike to me. He said he wasn't. Maybe it's just a visual bug on my part. Let's back it out. I think that's Annette. Oh, Annette's going by. Oh, here comes Sweeten to match. Trees are in my way. Oh, this is going to be close. Oh, they're really going for it. Oh man, this one's close. And Sweeten finds the extra at the end. Nice sprint. Nice job. Nice job. Great job, guys. What a good finish. And I believe no one else is still on the course. So we're going to... Ted says, no, I got my breath back. I can type kudos. Yeah, that was fun that we got to see those sprints at the end. So we're going to go ahead and end our effort here. And we will be back next week on the Mech Isle loop in the McCurry Islands. That's the... I can turn my fan off here. It's probably making some noise. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you everyone for racing. That was a lot of fun, even if it hurts. And I was out of breath the whole time. I really love these races. They're a lot of fun. I love going against people I know. I love seeing people. I just love watching those sprints at the end and cheering for people that I like watching race. So excellent job, everyone. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks.